There's something about beef short ribs that just makes my kitchen feel like home. Process is slow, a little hands-on, but completely worth it for the deep, rich flavors that come out in the end. I start by taking my short ribs and seasoning them generously with salt. Don't be shy here, seasoning is key to building flavor right from the start. Once seasoned, I heat a good splash of olive oil in a heavy cast iron pan. When it's hot and shimmering, I carefully lay the ribs in and sear them until every side is beautifully browned. That caramelized crust is where so much flavor begins. Once browned, I remove the ribs from the pan and set them aside. Next, I use the same pan with all those delicious brown juices still in it. In go my vegetables, 1 large onion, a stick of celery and 2 carrots, all roughly chopped. I season them lightly with a bit of salt and pepper and then sweat those down slowly, stirring occasionally. This builds a wonderful aromatic base for the sauce. Once the vegetables are softened, I add about 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. This adds richness and depth. To then deglaze this pan, I pour around 100 milliliters of red wine, letting it cook gently until the alcohol evaporates and the flavor concentrates. Now comes a touch of sweetness. 2 tablespoons of honey, followed by a heaped tablespoon of blackcurrant preserve, or any jam that you have in your fridge lying around. This adds a subtle fruity balance to the savory meat. Then I top it all off with around 500 milliliters of chicken bone broth, stirring well to combine everything. It's time to bring the short ribs back into the mix. I place them meat side down into the pan, nestling them into the sauce. Then I add a few sprigs of fresh rosemary and a couple of bay leaves. These herbs will infuse with the meat as it cooks, adding layers of aroma. For the slow braise, I cover the pan tightly with foil and transfer it to the oven. I recommend 140 degrees Celsius, which is around 285 degrees Fahrenheit for my American friends. I let this cook for around 3.5 to 4 hours. This gentle, extended cooking time makes the meat so tender that it practically falls off the bone. Now, once the ribs are tender and the meat starts pulling away from the bone, I remove them carefully from the pan. I pour in the sauce in my blender, removing the rosemary and bay leaves, and then I blend it until it's silky smooth. Finally, I plate the ribs, pouring this velvety sauce all over them. And then I finish with a sprinkle of fresh chives for a bright, herbal touch. And then all that's left to do is enjoy, my friends. Every step, the sear, the slow braise, the sweet and savory sauce, it's a little ritual, but it's what makes this dish unforgettable. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. It goes a long way for a small creator like myself. Thanks for watching, and let me know what recipes you guys want to see next.